Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. We can't skip this because it's the first time I'm booting up this game. I'm going to get into a couple of things soon about like dialogue and that kind of thing, because dialogue isn't my particularly strongest... Let's just get into it now. Dialogue isn't particularly my strongest point, and voice acting is right below that on not my strongest point. So doing a dialogue and character heavy game, it's not particularly my talent, but I do love this game so much that I just had to play it. So I'm gonna try, I'm gonna give it my best. And I'll get into like what I actually wanted to do with this series and why I didn't end up doing it and all that kind of stuff when we actually get into the first dungeon. So I already missed some text because I wasn't paying attention. Before I can let you get through though, I have several questions to ask for you. I want you to answer them sincerely. Are you ready? Okay, let the interview begin. Do you often yawn? Hell yeah! There's a person you like, but there's no opportunity to get close. What do you do? Bravely declare my love. Might say hello, pull a prank to get attention, look from afar. I might say hello. There's a wallet at the side of the road. Turn it into the police. Yay! Is anyone watching? I feel like those last two are kind of the same, right? It's just take it. But I feel like I would be more like, is anyone watching? Can I get away with it? I mean, if there's like a lot of money in there, it might be like very important to return. But if it's just like under $100, I might just keep it. I know it's technically not legal to keep it, but fuck it. Can you focus on something you like? I want to say yes, but I have like stopped uploading videos like probably over 10 times in the past couple of years. So I'm gonna answer no. Somebody calls you weird but funny. How does it make you feel? Being normal is boring. Being boring is normal is what I wanted to say, but that's the wrong way around. Do you fall asleep without noticing? No, I actually have quite a bit of trouble falling asleep often. A foreign person has started up a conversation with you. To be honest, you don't have a clue what the fella was saying. How do you reply? Yes, that is very funny. Could you say that again? Right, well, I gotta go. It's either the first or the last for me. I usually feel really awkward saying, sorry, can you say that again? I really didn't understand. If I can get away with not asking people to repeat themselves, I won't ask them to repeat themselves. So, and I know that's not helping anybody, because I'm sure they would rather, like, get feedback on their speech, especially if they're a foreigner and they're trying to learn the language. But that's not my fucking problem now, is it? So, well, I gotta go. Do you like to imagine things for your amusement? I don't know if I'd say amusement, but I do spend quite a lot of time, like, thinking and analysing situations, both that have happened and that are in the future for me. So, I would say yes. Are you a boy or a girl? A boy. You appear to be the quirky type. People consider you eccentric. I read energetic there for a moment. You see, this is what I mean. I'm not good at reading stuff, but it'll be alright. Who does things at your own pace? You never break tempo. Your carefree nature makes you attractive. I mean, I am smoking hot. Right? Just look at this face. Just look at it. I'm looking at my own face and it's not making me particularly happy actually. But you also happen to be somewhat childish. Not really, to be honest. Kind of, but not really. You are frequent and cause problems for the people who have to go along with you. I don't see that as a positive. Maybe people even upset you with being so fickle. If you realize how selfish you're behaving, you try to think before doing anything rash. A quirky person like you should be the Pokemon Meowth. Okay, that's alright. If the personality test says I'm a Meowth, we're gonna be a Meowth. I frankly didn't want to be a Meowth. So I kind of want to go with Totodile. because obvious reasons. Also, I probably should have tilted the light down a little bit more because I feel like I'm a little bit on the dark side. Let's just fix that light, right? Let's just get this light down a little bit. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. And now I'm beautiful. But I feel like I'm trying to build like new legacies here. The Adventures of Bob, we've done that, right? We've played both Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team and Explorers of Sky in the past where we had Bob. I'm gonna go with... Okay, so there's a couple of things to consider here, because usually Cyndaquil is one of the better Pokemon to have. Just because Cyndaquil gets Smokescreen, and Smokescreen is an overpowered as heck move in this game, because it just makes everything miss. And since I am a normal type, I don't have to really think about like type coverage at all. So I can pretty much pick whatever I want here. And what I'm going to do is actually, I'm just going to randomize it. I'm just going to go randomize it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 options. So let's just go to random.org. A number between 1 and 10. I am too lazy to set up a capturing thing for this. And it's 3, so we're gonna have a Squirtle as our partner. Squirtle it is, your partner's nickname. I didn't think about that, to be honest, but let's go with... I don't know why. It just feels right. And it's another name that starts with B. It's a little bit more of a complicated name, which shows the growth between last time we played this game and this time. I don't know, Barry just sounds right. Also, it's a Gen 4... rival, I believe, which I don't know what that means, because this game was before Gen 4 was a thing. Anyway, so we've got Vlogger, which we're going to name ourselves that soon, and then we have Barry the Squirtle as our partner. Hey, wake up already. That Meowth looks shiny, like the color scheme of a shiny Meowth. I know shinies aren't a thing in Mystery Dungeon. Maybe in the newer ones they are, I don't know. Oh good, you finally came too. Where is this? You were passed out here. I'm glad you woke up. I'm Barry, glad to meet you. So, who might you be? I don't think I've ever seen your face around here. Huh? You say you're a human? But which way I'll look at you, you're just a normal Meowth. It's true. I've turned into a Meowth. But why? I don't remember anything. You're some kind of weird. So what's your name? What do you call yourself? My name? That's right, my name is... Obviously, this is going to be a whole lot easier. I spent like 4 minutes trying to think. Let's try to do proper capitalization since there's a lot of dialogue in this game and that'll help me read a little bit better. I spent like 3 or 4 minutes just sitting here and thinking of the name Barry. That's how bad I am at naming things. Flogger, that's a funny name. It's a misspelling, alright? It's a whole story. I might get into it at some point later. It's just... It's a whole thing. Somebody, please help me! Huh? Do you hear that shout over there? What's the matter? It's horrible! My canopy fell into a cavern! My poor baby! What? It's a huge fissure opened in the ground and my canopy fell in and it didn't have anything to do with ground and using fissure. It's probably dead by now! Okay, that did go in a little bit of a dark direction. He's too young to crawl out by himself. I mean, eventually he'll evolve into a butterfly and just fly out, right? Or he'll die. That's a possibility as well. When I went to get him, my baby Pokemon suddenly attacked me. Which probably means he is dead by now. You were attacked by other Pokemon? They must be enraged by the fissure and out of control, that's what I think. I'm not strong enough to fend off those wild Pokemon. What'll become of my baby? Oh, what am I to do? Oh dear, oh dear. We can't just do nothing. Let's go help this kid. With somebody we literally just met. Tiny Woods. Yeah, so I'm not going to... Oh, I need to put the... What is the select button, I think? No. There is a way to get the map on the top screen, and that's why I wanted to play blue and not red rescue team, because the map annoys me so much. So I'm going to look into that real quickly. There we go. Now we've got our party and the map on the top screen, and we have just a gameplay on the bottom screen. So why I didn't really want to get started with this series to begin with is because I wanted to do like a fan dub of this, because I'm not very good at like the whole voicing thing and just reading a little dialogue. It's not my strong point by any means. And I was inspired by some other projects I've seen online where people together with the audience come together to like dub over a game like this. And I figured, well, I might just want to wait for seeing if I get to a point where I can actually do that. And then I realized I'm going to need a lot of freaking people in order to dub this game, because there's a lot of characters in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and even this one, there's a lot of characters, and this is the least amount of characters in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, I believe. So then I figured I'm never likely to get to that point anyway. So I might as well just do it, and if by some miracle I actually get to the point where I have a community around me which is big enough and passionate enough to join in on a project like that, I can always just replay it, because I don't know how many characters there are that need voices, but I'm gonna go ahead and say like 35. And if like 1 out of 100 people watching would be interested, and I don't know if it would even be 1 out of 100, but let's say it's 1 out of 100 on average, right? That means we need 3,500 people watching. We're not going to get to that anytime soon, if at all. So by the time we get to a point where I'm comfortable even attempting that, we'll be a couple of years down the road, and by that time, it's fine if I want to replay this game, right? So, your mom's waiting. Let's go get you out. Okay. It's that easy. It's just that easy. My baby is safe. I'm sorry, I don't know how I could ever thank you properly. Some money wouldn't be a bad idea if you catch my drift, huh? Oh, don't worry, lady. There's been plenty of quakes and fissures lately. It's dangerous. I'm glad your little guy is not hurt, honestly. Please, may I have your names at least? I'm Barry, and this is a vlogger. He can't talk. Cool. He's staring at me adoringly. I mean, that happens quite a lot. No, it doesn't. Those sparkly eyes, it's a little embarrassing. But this doesn't feel bad either. It looks like I'm a hero. Having Pokemon in trouble might be a good experience, rather than beating them up and catching them, because I'm a human. Thank you, Barry and Vlogger. Also, I don't know what happened with the voice there. What was the voice I had for Caterpie? I don't remember. You see, I'm not bad. I'm not good at voices, am I? I'm very bad at them, as a matter of fact. I know it isn't really enough, but take this as a token for our thanks. Please accept this. It's an Oran berry. It's a Patcha berry. It's a raspberry. And that's it. Thank you so much. Goodbye. And that's been that. Hey, thanks for helping me out. You're pretty tough. I can respect that. So, what are you going to do after this? I mean... Say, Vlogger, if you don't have anywhere to stay, why don't you come with me? Well, this place? It's a house, which doesn't look like... I was gonna say it looks like a Meowth, but it doesn't look like a Meowth yet. You need to manky, like, overhaul for that first. Wow, I can't explain, but I'm happy. I'm a human being, but I like this place. I feel weirdly happy. That's how I feel when I'm playing these games, honestly. I'm a human being, but I like this place. It's making me feel weirdly happy. Until the end of the game, which no spoilers, but it'll make me feel weirdly sad. It might be an instinct thing for Pokemon. Maybe this is what it feels like if you want to wag your tail. Well, you have a tail. Just try it. It doesn't matter. I'm happy. Maybe it feels this way because I'm a Meowth. Oh, Flogger, I can tell you're impressed. I thought you'd like it. I figured you'd find an easy place to live. In fact, I was sure that you'd like it, because I know you through and through, because I've known you for an entire 5 frickin' minutes. This is your mailbox. This is where you get mail from other Pokemon. That's what a mailbox is for. I'm not that stupid. You know the fissure Caterpie fell into? There's been other natural disasters all of a sudden lately. A lot of Pokemon are hurting out there because of those disasters. Also, I know that's not exactly what it's saying, but that's the rough gist of what's being said, which I'm saying out loud. I'm not actually reading out like word for word. You're just gonna have to give me a break there. I want to help Pokemon like that. I want to help make this a safer place for Pokemon. And I think you're capable of seeing... I think you're capable of that. Retry. And I think you're capable after seeing how you did rescuing Caterpie. Okay, that's just a weirdly worded sentence, because capable of that would be, like, in my opinion, better flow anyway. How would you like to form a rescue team with me? Flogger, I think we'd make the greatest rescue team. How about it? Sure, that's what I'm playing this game for. Okay, that's done it. Starting right now, me and you, Vlogger. It's you and me, not me and you. Like, have a little bit of courtesy, thank you. We're partners in our rescue team. I'm counting on you. The team name... Actually, I haven't thought of that one yet. Hey, Vlogger, what do you think would be a good team name? Team Pokemon? Hell no. We're gonna go for Team Bob. Because we need a little bit of Bob in here. We have Barry now, I'm aware. But we can't just ignore Bob. It's part of our legacy. So, Bob has risen above. Bob is not a character anymore, Bob is a concept. And now we have Barry. And that is how Vlogger and Barry began their careers together. As a rescue team. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team. And Bob is also blue, so it all works out. Also, wow, it is really dark in here. Let me... Oh, I know why it's so dark. Now that makes total sense, actually. Because... I'll get into that in a moment, actually, because there's going to be more dialogue. I'm still the same. The way I look, I'm still a Meowth. But why would I be transformed into a Pokemon? I don't understand this at all. I feel groggy and sleepy. Not feeling well. I need more sleep. Okay, so real quick, hopefully the facecam doesn't desync anymore because it's now set to 60 FPS rather than 25, which is also I'm recording this in 60 FPS. I think that might have had something to do with it. But it also means like frame rates and needs more light and all that kind of good stuff. So let's go back to sleep. I also need to keep an eye on how long this episode has been, because I don't want to have like the first episode be an hour long. That would be a little bit annoying. I'm feeling refreshed. Still look like a Pokemon, but... that's right, that Pokemon. I think it was Barry? We made a promise to form a rescue team together. I wonder what Barry is doing. I also wonder what a rescue team even is. I should go out. I should stop spouting exposition to the player. Are you sleeping outside of my door? Oh no! Sorry, I was so excited. I've been waiting outside since dawn. But I guess I just fell asleep. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you don't sleep enough. Anyway, our rescue team officially begins. Let's do this right. So anyway, we don't have any job offers yet. Oh, yeah. Maybe there's something in the mailbox. Barry checks the mailbox. The mailbox contains a rescue team starter set. I knew it'd be here. It's the rescue team starter set. Which actually is nothing. It's just gameplay mechanics. You always get one when you start a rescue team. Sounds like you've started a lot of rescue teams. Are you killing your partners? Am I in danger? Barry opened the rescue team starter set. There's a rescue team badge inside. There's a toolbox inside. There's an issue of Pokemon news inside, which we don't care about. Yeah, there's all sorts of good stuff in here. There's rescue team badge. It's proof that you're in a rescue team. There's toolbox too. It can be used for keeping items that you find in dungeons. I'll put stuff in here that Butterfree gave us. Might as well put it to good use. But items are really useful. Let's use them in our adventures. We're going to need to use them. And we have a copy of Pokemon News. That is useful information for rescuers. I'll leave the Pokemon News in the mailbox. You should read it later. We're not going to. And let's see, is there any other mail? Did we miss anything? But the mailbox is empty. Okay, so there isn't any mail for us after all. But if there were any rescue jobs, we would be getting mail, but I guess no one knows we're a team just because we just started. That's a Pelipper, that's a Pelipper. That's a job for us, that's money, that's income. Huh? What's up? I mean, you've been living here, you should know that's a Pelipper post office. I was going to check, but I'm literally not allowed 1 pixel outside of, like, my hatch border, apparently. Maybe it's a rescue job request, come on, what does it say? Bzz, bzz. I heard about you from Caterpie, please, we need your help, Magnemite is in trouble. A strange electromagnetic wave flowed through a dungeon. And it sucked together Magnemite and Magnemite. Now we're all Magneton, because that is how our evolution works. That isn't enough to form a Magneton. It's not complete the way it's now. Oh, so it's just 2 Magnemites together. So it's a Magna duo? That would be a weird evolution. Please, we need help. Bzz, 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 bzz. From Magnemite's friend. I mean, if you're also a Magnemite, you could just join and make them a Magneton and that's all fine, right? You could do that. I didn't want to go to Thunderwave Cave right away. I actually would prefer to do this next episode. Oh, you are here. My friend are in the cavern. My friends should be on floor 6. I still don't know how to say, like, B number F. Is that like basement 6th floor? Is that basement floor 6? I legitimately don't know. Please help them. Floor 6. Oh, well, actually, I spent like 4 minutes trying to come up with Barry's name. So, I think we have a little bit of time to go through here. And that's a blast seed, which isn't bad. We're going to want to not have a lot of items when we can help it. But altogether, it's going to be fine, I think. So these Pokemon are running away, which means that we either don't get experience for them or they don't get the chance to join our team, which they can't even do yet, I don't think. I think we first need a couple of friend zones for them to join the team. But we're going to want a couple of Pokemon to join our team sooner or later. Rather sooner than later, I should say, actually. So these floors aren't that large yet, and there's not that many of them. So going through these caves actually isn't that difficult. So this shouldn't take long. One thing that I've wanted to actually ask you guys, and probably maybe I should ask this in the beginning of the next episode, because I don't know that anybody or everybody watching this watches this far into the video. Statistically speaking, that's probably not the case. But I'm thinking, because in Pokemon Level 7, Bubble, that's fine. In Pokemon Mr. Dungeon Explorers of Sky, the post-game is not as much post-game as it is continuation of the game. It really continues the story, and it only gets a satisfying end upon completing the entire post-game as well. This game, on the other hand, doesn't have that. The post-game really is just more content, in case you like playing the game, just something to allow you to play more. Which is different from Explorers of Sky in a huge way, because Explorers of Sky, honestly, if you stop playing after defeating Prima Dialga, I think you're doing something wrong. I think you... Well, actually no, because the actual final boss is Prima Dialga, but that's in the Grovyle sub-story. I think you should keep playing until you defeat Darkrai, and then also do at least the Grovile specific story. This game, after you defeat Rayquaza, which is the last boss, you pretty much finish the story. But there is a lot of post-game, and some of that post-game is actually quite tough. Like, there is a couple of dungeons with 99 floors, like the one Lugia's in, and then you've got the one you can find all the Reggies in, and you can find Mew in that one. And then there's the one where you can find Mewtwo, which is, I think, the final one of the entire game. And altogether, my question really comes down to, should we do the post-game in this game as well? And I might ask it again when we get a little bit closer to the actual end of the main story of this game. And maybe by that time I'll have made a decision for myself anyway, because maybe I'll be so into this game and I'll have so much fun with it that I want to continue a little bit longer. But as I said, there's not as much story going on there. So it kind of loses a lot of what's going on with the game. And a lot of the Explorers of Sky post game is also like the Manaphy subplot. It's not really tied into the main story. And those are definitely like the least interesting parts of that post game. So maybe it's not as interesting to do the post game since it doesn't really have much story involvement. I want to know what you guys think though, because I think I'm not going to say what I think actually quite yet. I want to know your comments on this. So we've just finished this cave. Our bodies separated. Rejoice. Yay. Yay. Be thankful, you two. You are our hero. Thank you. We've got money and it's not Explorers of Sky, so we don't need to give like 90% of it away. We also got a Reviver Seed and a Raspberry. The Reviver Seed is going to come in handy. Definitely. Oh, I'm sure glad we rescue went well today. I have to admit, since this was our first job as a rescue team, I was really nervous. Also, I'm a water type and it was full of electric types there. I'm wiped out. I'll go home to get some sleep. I'll do this again tomorrow. See ya. Would you like to save your adventure? I very much would. Are we gonna get our first dream sequence? I think we are. Still looks like a shiny Meowth to me, but hey, what do I know? Where am I? Maybe... Is this a dream? Oh, there's someone here. Who is it? Actually, now that I mention it, there is post-game involvement in the story. So I'm probably going to do the post-game, now that I think about it, because this whole like turning into a Pokemon and that subplot, which is kind of like the main plot, but kind of a subplot, I don't know, actually gets resolved in the post-game. So I'm probably going to do at least that. But then, do you want me to do the optional dungeons, is the question. Who is it? Someone I know? I can't remember. I think it dreamt something, but I can't quite remember what the dream was about. Oh well. Today's another day of rescues. I wonder what's in the mail. Better check the mailbox. We'll be doing that next episode. Thank you so much for joining in for this first episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Until the next time, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. Also on screen, there's literally no room for me to have like a subscribe button animation, so I guess this series is just not gonna have that, or it's going to be in a very awkward position. I don't know. I'll see you during editing. See you next time. Bye.